This reminds me, my third used to sit on all my team chats also last semester.
Oh.
Not little like this. I mean, when she was little, she did it too, but yep. So okay.
Well, she's cute, so it's fun to look at her.
I'll lead the discussion tonight. So, do you want to say the opening prayer?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay, we'll try. Here we go.
Dear Heavenly Father, we're grateful for this day, and we're grateful for the opportunity we have to gain our education, and we're grateful for this class and the knowledge that it is giving us. Please help us to be able to find clarity and understand what the case is asking of us. May we say these things in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Okay, next one is any spiritual thoughts?
Let's see. One thing, I have a little spiritual thought. I think I've already kind of shared. Maybe I kind of already shared that before. But I can share something else. I came across the scripture today, and I don't remember where I was from because I just kind of flipped open my scriptures and read it. But it was talking about how if we ask God with a sincere heart that he will take away our stumbling blocks. And that just really stood out to me today because I feel like I've had a lot of stumbling blocks lately. And so it was a good reminder to just stop and to ask and have the faith that he'll answer my prayers. So that's basically it.
Do you get to chat with your husband while he's traveling?
What's that?
You get to chat very often with your husband while he's traveling?
Yeah. We text a little bit throughout the day, but then at night he'll usually call or something. So that's nice.
Over the phone scripture study or something like that.
Yeah.
Done that one before too. Huh. Yep. So, well, thanks. I don't have any thoughts. So okay. So the next one is just, I guess, go through all the questions and see kind of what we got. So
Okay.
Let's see here. Yeah, well, that's just basically it. If y'all get the same answers, discuss how we got to those answers. So let's see here. I will share. I'll pull mine up, and I will share my screen. And don't spit up on Mama. Did the capitalization table I emailed you help at all?
Yes, it really helped. Thank you. It was great.
I just copied it from the PDF document, but like looking at the PDF document, I couldn't get as much from it as if I was actually like making one. So.
Yeah, no, it was really helpful. It kind of gave me like a starting point because looking at all those questions, I was like, I don't know. And so it was good to have that starting point and be like, okay, if I enter these in here, then this is what it gives me. So that was good.
Yeah, because I even went online. I'm like, okay, capitalization table. What the heck are they supposed to look at? Because I hadn't actually gotten through the entire PDF yet, and so like I had read through it, but I didn't realize that there was an exhibit, and so like I went halfway through the second to last page, and I was reading it, but then I didn't read the very bottom whenever it was talking about the exhibit, and I was like, "There's one! Oh my gosh!"
Yeah,
it's so much easier. Let's see here. Screen share. There. Okay. I'm going to minimize this because that's just kind of crazy. Okay. Oh, probably need questions. Okay. So we made a capitalization table. Yeah. So number 4 and 5, that's the ones where I was like, what in the world? So everything in green for me is a formula. And so that lets me know that I don't need to enter anything in there and not to mess with it.
Oh,
so
okay.
here's all the stuff, the level of the founders. And so there's the angel investor as if they did 50 cents per share. And I also put Potato Rock because I was thinking that Potato Rock was like the third investor, but it was more of a guess. I'm really not sure because I don't even know, like we've never gotten any information from them. And so I was just assuming that they were like her final second round investment or something that we were searching.
Yeah, that's what I put too.
So, so I just added that in because I was like, well, I don't know what name to put there besides just like next one. But, so I put in.
I did the same thing.
So she put in $1,000. And then she gave herself 1,000 shares. So I divided those by one another. And that's how we got the 0.1 cents. Even though it's not coming up here. It's interesting. Okay. And then, so that's also how we got the ownership, was dividing the number of shares by the total shares.
I got that same thing.
So, and then I just came down here and I summed everything up. So that's what these are, is just adding everything in this column. And then, so I mean, it didn't really ask for like the pre-money and the founder's sake and stuff like that, but they was talking about it in the questions. And so I just went ahead and made a spot for them because I wasn't sure what else to do with it. So I just made a spot. So
I think a lot of this I have the exact same.
Okay. So
Yeah, because then I did like the, let's see here. I think what I have different is underneath. No, that's the same. Underneath the second round of investment, I still have the angel investor at 50,000 shares.
At 50,000 shares, or is that total investment is 50,000?
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at question 2. Let's see.
Okay, question 2.
Let's see here. Hold on.
So I ended up copying and pasting things. So like this is my question 2 is for the angel investor is $2 per share.
Mm-hmm.
And so then over here, I have number of shares as 25,000. When it's the $50,000 investment by 2.
Oh, see, that's where I got 50 still. So why do I have? Oh nope. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing on my thing.
Okay.
I have 25. Okay, we're still good.
Okay. Well, I'm not 100% sure if any of this is right. So I'm like, if you have something different, you could easily be onto something that I just misplaced. So I'm like,
no, it looks like I think we have the same. So I guess we're doing it right if we both get the same thing right.
Yeah. Okay. So I know. And then on question 3 is where they have it as like $1 per share.
Mm-hmm.
And it's $1 per share in I guess the first round of investment. And I guess that's my other question is I wasn't sure like where to place things. Is it initial funding? Is this first round like the Series A they call it? And then is there ever a second round of investment, or am I just making that up?
I don't know.
So, but on mine, because they talked about 2 ways to figure out what the post money was. So I have post money figuring out here where you divide the total number of shares by the amount per share. But then I also have like this little number down here. Oops, don't change that. Where you take the total investment divided by the percent of ownership. So, and I've been using those to like double check and make sure that my numbers are right.
Okay. I do not have that.
Well, the post money, it wasn't asking for that any of the questions, but it was just something that they had mentioned in the case, and so I just added it into my spreadsheet just for probably just for giggles, just to like.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't know they were going to ask for that later, and so I was like, I already figured out what the formula was, so I just kind of added it in.
Okay.
So, okay, so 1, 2, and 3 were the same. So let's go over here to number 4. Okay, so number 4, this square down here is something that he emailed me back with and was like, see if I can figure out where I was from this. So, so I went in and I added in these spots like convertible debt, interest rate, and discount rate, just so we had like a reference spot. And then I put this to founders, which I guess we could really put that as, is it Lexi?
Yeah, I think so.
So that's what Lexi put in, that $1,000, and then the convertible debt from whoever that comes from. I don't know. So that's what they put in, but that doesn't. That's just more for like reference. Is what I put that there, and so I said, in the initial funding, they put that in. They invest the 50,000, but then over here is where, in like the first round investment, is where they actually change that 50,000 into actual shares. So, but the 50,000 is at a discount rate, and so what I did is I took the $2.50 minus the $2.50 times 10%, and that's like 25 cents, I think. So that is that 250 times 10% is 25 cents, and so that's where that's how I got the 225. And so then I divide the $50,000 divided by $2.25 per share, and that's how I got the 2222222. But then on here, he has 22,000. And so if I could have talked to him, I would have been like, am I close? I feel like I'm really close, but I don't know why I keep having the 22222 and you have the zeros.
Maybe it's just rounded.
Maybe. I don't know where I'm missing. I mean, because every way that I tried it, I always got all those 2s. And so I don't know if I need to like subtract it from 1 or something, or something. Maybe I'm just missing like one number. So that's how I got all of this. But by the end, except for those, that 2,200 or 222, my numbers matched his. So I was like, I'm close, but I don't know where it's different. So then he sent me an email. Okay, so this is the email picture that he sent me. Maybe I'll just screen that. All right, take it on here. Okay, sorry, give me a second.
You're fine.
Okay. So now we got to figure out So he is Lexi, an angel investor, and Potato Rock. So, and then he has the totals.
Okay.
So the angel investor has 0% ownership in the beginning, but then probably by the first round, he has 9%. So we have the 225 and the 250, which I guess is Potato Rock. So.
And there's the 22222 shares.
So it's there, but then over here it's not there. Oh, but well, okay. So there's two twos. So in the first. I hear you. I know. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. So now I have that to compare to. Okay. I'm trying to look and see where I'm missing it. Okay. The questions for 4A is Lexi chooses 50,000 convertible debt instead of equity for the first round. So I put that here. So we have the $1,000 from her, with the 50,000 from the angel investor, which is the convertible debt. But then he also has like the 300,000. But where does the 351 come from?
The total of the 300,000 and the 50 and the 1,000. That's just the total of them all, I think.
Okay. So are we thinking that I should also bring this amount over here?
I guess so. Because and then the total investment is still, she put in 1,000, so that would be there too, right?
I guess so. But I'm not quite understanding like how he puts them all together. I mean, is this so that's because I was thinking that the 300,000 came later. I didn't think that was like the first. So I guess my timeline is where my question lies. What's the timeline that we're looking at? Because it says that she raised an additional 300,000 like later in 1 year, and so I was thinking that that didn't come at the very beginning, but that would come later. But maybe first round hasn't even happened yet. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Like if I do it this way, then all my numbers match up. Except for here, they don't match up. Because this is still, it doesn't match up there. Oh, okay. So in this example, he's saying this is all goes over here. So like the additionals over here, like she doesn't have any shares. So that's why there's not any shares there. So that's why my numbers are off in this spot. So maybe I'll bring this information over here too. And so the additional is Potato Rock then. Okay. Well, I just changed it to additional because I didn't know what else to put there.
Oh.
I was like, I don't know who's giving money. Everybody's just giving money, but I don't know anybody's name.
Yeah.
So
This is a tough one.
yeah, well, this is also the very first time I've ever been introduced to capitalization tables and conversion debt. Like,
Same
I've never
here.
done that before, so that was all definitely all new to me.
What about it's converting at a 10% discount? That was the 225 you're talking about?
Yes. Yeah. So because that's what I was thinking is that.
Hold on just a sec. My baby's crying. I gotta go. Oh, never mind. My husband's got her, I guess.
Oh, he's back. Okay. So the 225, because that was another reason on like the timeline question I had, was I thought it wasn't until like they did like a first round of investment, like an actual investor comes through and puts a price on the company, that's whenever the convertible debt actually becomes equity. And so at that time is whenever they figure out what it is, like how they can figure out the prices per share of what it really would be. But because they took the risk of jumping in beforehand, they have this understanding of the discount rate, which they said was 10%. And so they get a discount on how much it's going to cost for them to purchase more shares so they can actually purchase more shares of the company. So that's why I was thinking that it would belong more over here versus like all in the exact same spot. Which that's kind of what they have here. So maybe I'll just leave it. Instead of trying to put everything all in one spot, maybe I'll just leave it. Maybe he'll get it. That's still there, that's still there, that's still there. Making sure I haven't messed up my sheet. Okay. I was like, because this all works out once I added everything over here. So maybe I'll just leave those numbers. I don't know. So, okay.
Okay. Just trying to kind of make a table for the question 4. Hadn't made a table for it yet.
So well, that's the best I have for number 4.
I think that is good for now. I think that's the best we can do tonight.
Because all the percentages seem to work out also, except for my percentages are 2 decimal places and his are 1. So if I should, 1 is the same, but.
Does the convertible debt, on looking at question 5, does it decrease Lexi's share of the firm?
So after all said and done, if she goes with the convertible debt, then okay. So if I go back, so if she goes with doing the convertible debt, she ends up with 41% of the company. as far as I can tell. But if she goes with the other ones, like if she goes with the $1 per share option, that's 37. And the other one was having the $2 per share, that's 40%. So actually, if she goes with the convertible debt, she keeps more of the company.
Really, the $2 per share at 50,000 with just the angel, she only had 40. Because on that one, I showed that she had 80% of the company. If she goes with, let's see, remember, is it number 2, I think.
Yeah, question number 2. I was thinking, like, after everything's done, so she's put in her 1,000, and then the angel investor came in and said they want $2 per share, and they're going to invest another 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then a third person comes in, and they put in 300,000 at $2.
But this was just the angel investor.
Oh.
For
Yeah,
question 2.
So if it's just the angel investor and not adding in the additional thing that happened on question 2, I guess, then.
Or no, sorry, this is. Yeah, question 2. Because the angel investor comes in on question 3. Or the other investor.
Oh, okay.
A hug and a hug.
Yes, you can give her hugs.
She wants a hug.
I know. You're
Just.
Okay, so if we're not talking about the additional person jumping in, and it's just the founder and the angel investor at $2 per share, then she gets to have 80%. Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay.
Yeah, because at 50 cents per share, she gets 50% with her and the angel. And then the $2 per share, she gets 80%. And then if she does the $1 per share, she gets 66%. Ridiculous. Go. Okay.
So, what option did you think Lexi should go with?
Well, because founders, let's see here. So because as the founder, she wants to keep most of the company so that she can be in control. And, but she also still wants all the money that she can get, needs that, for her company. So if we're talking about like just her and one of the angel investors, then the $2 per share option that they gave her makes the most sense. But once we go and we add in like what Potato Rock or whoever the additional person ends up coming in and doing, if we're considering after them, then I would actually go with the convertible debt. That is if my numbers are correct. If my numbers are actually correct, then I would go with the convertible debt because then she can actually keep 41% of the company versus the 31 or 40 or 37% after all said and done.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think the same. I put originally on the pre-discussion poll that she should go with just the angel investor, at $2 a share because she would keep the most equity, and then, but yet would still be able to get money for it. But I don't know how much money she needs to like keep herself going and keep the business growing. So she needed more than that, then that'd be a different story. But I think as for now, I'd say, I don't know, maybe don't give away as much as of the company. Right at first, I think, is what I said on the pre-discussion poll.
Well, it's kind of interesting when I was looking at the other options, like with the convertible debt option. After everything's done, like the 300,000's invested, the 50,000, everything, everybody's given everything at that point. She has 41% of the company, but whoever gave the 300,000 actually has 50% of the company.
Hey.
So she doesn't have full control. I mean, she has more ownership, but she doesn't have the biggest say of what's going to happen.
Yeah, and that can be kind of scary if, you have a brand new company that you're trying to do what you want with.
Was that maybe it was the last couple cases where they were talking about they come in and they remove the CEO?
Yeah.
In this situation, they could totally do that.
That's why I'm like, oh, that's kind of scary.
So in the because after all said and done, again, saying that the 300,000 person has come in, then I don't know. Whenever that 300,000 person comes in, they jump in and take a huge chunk. Like the $1 per share option is she'll have 37% of the company, and the final investor will have 44%. So they're close, but it's always more. So yeah, if she actually needs that 300,000, then she's going to lose a lot of control over her company no matter what. So if she doesn't need it and she can manage, then probably going with the $2 per share option. Because then she gets the most out of everything. Even more so than the convertible debt.
It's a tricky situation.
Now, what do you think the seed round? Is the seed round is that like the very, very beginning where she puts her own money in to get started?
I don't think so. Is the seed round like the very beginning, the very first round of investing?
I mean, again, probably like timeline question is where I'm getting stuck. Because I'm not sure if this whole thing is still considered a seed round, like seed money just to get started, or if like the 300,000 is considered Series A, or if getting the angel investors is considered Series A investing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Timeline is where I'm stuck.
Yeah, that is a good question. Because it talks about on question 3 about the angel investor agreeing on $1 in the seed round.
Hmm.
Then after that, it talks about Series A funding and the convertible debt.
And that's what I was wondering is Potato Rock, like, are they the Series A people, or are they after that? So, I mean, the only reason really I'm using the first round and second round is because that was the template that was on the PDF.
Yeah.
So that's really the only reason I'm there. So maybe all of this is really at the same time. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But I wouldn't think it's at the same time if like she's going to raise an additional 300,000 in one.
Yeah. It seems like the 300,000 and the angel investor would be different times.
So maybe Lexi puts in her own money, and the angel investor puts in their own money within like the same year, so we can consider that about the same time. But then when Potato Rock comes in, maybe that would be the first round officially.
Possibly.
So okay. So we agree. Are we ready to do our summary? Because I'm like that's all I got.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm like, because we've already talked about how we got our numbers and how we're confused. So I think we're good. Okay, so for summary, wherever this is, summertime. We agree that she should go if she doesn't need any more money and doesn't need to get with the $300,000 person, whoever that might be. Then she should go with the $2 per share from the angel investor, because that way she can keep 80% of her company. But once she does get the $300 per share, there's no way that she's going to maintain a 50% of her company. The whoever gives her all that money is actually going to own more of the company no matter what. But if she wants to maintain the closest to, I mean, like of owning the most, then the convertible debt is the way to go. And then absorb the 300,000.
Yes.
But once she does that, she loses lots of options. And could be kicked out as CEO.
Yes. We don't want to lose a lot of equity.
Indeed. We want to make our own choices. Right. So okay.
All right.
So stop it. Stop the broadcast.